What's up, your boy Domuto. We back with another video today, watching Beyond Dragon Ball Super, the Raptor Demon God Unleashed. Raijin's new invasion plans begins by UnrealEntGaming. Yes, sir. Raijin. Hey. Okay. Raijin. What you about to do? What you about to do? I want to see your plans, and we're going to see what's going on. We'll see some training, hopefully some training and stuff on this one. I don't know, but we'll get into it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let go.
As our story now continues, following the initial events of the Demon Elite Zoro having to give away Kibi in accusing him of having to be a traitor to the Demon Realm, as with the Demon God Raijin now shown having to come face to face with Kibi and having to question his motives and actions, was when Raijin went on to then respond, "Let me go and remind you, young demon, that you are playing an extremely dangerous game here with me, for I demand the truth from you now. For if you refuse, then you shall suffer through consequences that will make the darkest pit of this realm seem like sanctuaries by comparison. And so now why was I told that it was you who had went and set this Saiyan mortal free?" Raijin questions. "What were your reasons on betraying me as well as betraying this realm the way you did?" Raijin adds. "And remember, choose your next words with me very wisely, demon, for I will not be taken for a fool," with Kibi having to respond, "Great and honorable Master Raijin, please believe me when I say that Zoro doesn't know of what it is that he is talking about." But then, it was only from out of nowhere, just before Kibi could even go as far as to continue, was when Raijin was shown wrapping an energy whip around Kibi's neck by then responding, "Damn. That was not what I have asked for you to go and do, demon, for I do not wish to hear about what you believe, but would rather hear about what is already known, which is your involvement in freeing him. And since I have no reason to doubt Zoro's words," Raijin adds, "I want you to understand that your betrayal to my title will not go unchecked, for I am going to inflict upon you the horrors that go far beyond your wildest nightmares, creature. So now tell me, what gives you the right to go and assume that this mortal would be your ally, demon? Because he was not, for you are loyal to me," Raijin says. "You and everyone within this realm serve and should only ever serve me, and not those who stand across from us, demon. For now I want you to know what it's like to experience betrayal, young demon, which is why I will go and ask you once again, and this is going to be the very last time that I ask you.
Yeah, go ahead and tell me,
what were your
Kibi.
reasons on setting this mortal free, and how was it that you were able to do it when you fully understand the consequences of such barbaric actions? Now tell me, as if you fail to respond accordingly to what I am asking of you," Raijin continues, "then you can make no mistake about what will immediately follow, demon, as I will tear your arms and legs apart from your body while using my magic to still keep you alive long enough so that I may rip your heart out and feast upon its every beat while I watch as the light within your eyes slowly start to dim before I go and destroy what remains of your body. Final warning, demon. Now why did you choose to betray me?" But then, it was shockingly enough from out of nowhere, as the demon Dubo had gone as far as to intervene by having to rush towards Kibi and Raijin's location, was when Dubo then went on to shout, "Wait, no, please, stop this, Master Raijin. It wasn't him. It wasn't the boy who went and set the mortal free from this realm, for he is not the source who was behind it," with Zoro quickly responding, "Oh, it's you, and just what are you doing here, Dubo? Your interruption better be with a good enough cause," Raijin went on to address Dubo by responding, "especially for you to be within my presence without me having to call for you, and so this better be good, demon. So now tell me what it is that you know. Speak now, for I am slowly beginning to run out of patience." "My lord, please spare the boy, for he had nothing to do with how the mortal was set free, because, well, I was the one who went and sent him back into his universe," Dubo shockingly went on to then proclaim, "for Kibi had only just arrived moments after I sent the Saiyan back to where he came from, my lord, for the boy did not know nor was he aware of what I had done, and as I went and sent him back because I had already assumed that we were able to get everything that we needed out of him already, and so therefore Zoro has mistaken Kibi for me, me. And so please don't punish this demon any further, Lord Raijin, Dubo pleads, because I am the one who is responsible for this. As a chained up and binded Kibi went on to then utter, Dubo, what are you doing? Don't do this. He will destroy you. The boy is just afraid, Lord Raijin, Dubo continues, and so I beg for you not to punish him any further, because since he is a young demon, his potential is vast in being of great use to us against the outside realms, and so he is not the one to blame because I am, Dubo continues, and so I please ask of you to release him and take whatever anger you wish to exhibit out on me instead, O Great One, as since he is too scared to think straight, he will do anything and say anything out of fear, my lord, and so I was the one. Now please cut him loose, as I was the person who Zoro had seen free the Saiyan. You were a fool to think that your actions would have gone unnoticed for you to go and assume that we weren't going to catch you, Dubo, Zoro went on to then quickly respond. And now you will suffer for your actions after knowing about what you did. Would you rather go and defy the throne, traitor? But then, it was only just as Raijin was shown having to let Kibi free upon having to get in the middle between Zoro and Dubo was when Raijin then went on to quickly chime in. That's enough, Zoro, as I will take it from here. So, it appears that I may have been mistaken in my judgment to assume that it was you who went and betrayed me, young demon. But that doesn't change the fact that I am still highly suspicious of you, Raijin continues. But nevertheless, now on to you, as I hope that you know what you've done here, demon. For you are supposed to serve and be loyal to me until the end of your days, but I see now that not only are you of no use to me, but you are defective. And since you are hereby defective, Raijin went on to slowly approach Dubo, you are no longer useful to me. You do understand this now, don't you? For such a crime cannot go unchecked, especially not here. With Dubo chiming in, please, Lord Raijin, please let me go and make this up to you and allow me to prove myself to the only thing that you have proven to me here today, Raijin went on to then cut in, was that you simply cannot be trusted, as your actions could end up in what leads to the downfall of my entire kingdom, and that I will not allow to ever have happen again. And so now let this serve as a grim and grave reminder to any demon who chooses to defy me the way you did, Raijin went on to then point out, that your betrayal to my throne, along with your actions that go against what we stand for here in this world, will be made into an example to anyone who dares to try and stand against me while proclaiming the title of demon. For you should have thought this through, because there is no way that you could possibly go back to change what you did now, as your fate has been sealed. Master Raijin, please, Dubo went on to then beg, please, don't go through with this. I could prove my worth to you once more if you allow me the chance to go and show you on why I'm deserving to serve in your name. Just please. With Raijin quickly cutting back in, the only thing that you've proven to me was why you are undeserving to exist within my presence, traitor. And such wastes of space no longer have a place, nor do they have a purpose to serve within my domain. To which, shockingly enough, seconds later, with Raijin now shown completely having to blow away Dubo's head in allowing for his body to drop back down, was when Raijin then went on to continue, and so now witness, my subjects, the fate of those who dare to challenge my supremacy and expect to live long enough to go and speak about it. As let his destruction serve as a lesson to all those who harbor similar thoughts just as he did. For you are all loyal to me and only me, and that is how it shall remain until the end of time itself. As this display of power is not merely for spectacle, Raijin continues, but it is a firm reminder of the hierarchy that exists here. For any demon within this world, or any mortal from within the multiverse who dares to stand across from me, will be ultimately met with absolute obliteration, as my rule is without question, as my will over this realm is
I already know the niggas, but damn.
unchallengeable. oppose me, and
Not
you will be
Kiwi,
erased
dog.
from the cosmos, leaving nothing but the echoes of your failure behind in your wake, Raijin says. For this demonstration of power should also clarify any doubts about my sovereignty, Raijin went on to then pull out Dubo's heart in his hand by responding, and to all those who bared witness, let it be known that my domain over this realm and any threat that comes from the outside world will be absolute.
Hey, Kiwi, you might want to get
and
off.
now I will feed on his heart, for I grow hungry by the minute, and I will not be denied while I seek more to feast on. And while I feed, Raijin continues upon being shown chewing on Dubo's heart, words cannot be put together to explain how lucky you truly are to still be alive right now, young demon. In which, as you have witnessed the fate of your fellow demon, let it crystallize within your mind that you are only lucky to be alive solely due to my choosing. And should there be another instance, Raijin continues, another moment where your actions warrant my attention in the wrong way, then there will be no shelter, no mercy, and no escape. Every shadow that you trust will ultimately turn against you under my command, and your annihilation will be final. Now get out of my presence before I go and change my mind. To which, as Kibi was then shown doing, it had only become clear now that the only reason
Kiwi,
as to
go
why
ahead.
Raijin had decided to let him go was because he deemed him to be lucky, as Raijin then went on to continue, and now since you are already here, I might as well go and make use of your time here and now, Zaru, and thus, I need you to open your ears very wide and listen to everything that I'm about to tell you very closely, for I also request the presence of several others to be here at once, as I am preparing a cleansing fire that will sweep across the cosmos, purging it of all those whom I deem unworthy to exist. As your role here, however, is critical, Raijin continues, as I need for you to go and follow my orders without deviation. Failure is not an option, so if you are to fall short of my commands, then you will be destroyed as a result. And so now scour the multiverse and identify all of the strongholds of mortal power across the cosmos, and mark their every location when you find them, but remember to embark on this quest with the utmost of caution, Raijin says, for your mission is to identify the strongest mortals across the multiverse is critical to my plan, and especially after learning of that one Saiyan mortal being sent back into his own respective universe while he was here. I want you to go and gather every shred of information that you possibly can and leave no stone unturned throughout your mission, because in order for this to work, I must know of all those whom would choose to stand in the way of my plans, as I will not allow for any of them to destroy what I have worked so very hard to achieve, Raijin continues. And so now step forward, Mekimairo, Kodo, Sakuro, and
Alright, we
Shinjin.
getting some plans
For each
into
of you
action
will be
right now.
given a small but very important task that must be undertaken, Raijin continues. And while your primary task is to catalog the mightiest among them, I want you all to each peer into the very essence of these spirits and gauge their potential for allegiance to our cause along the way. For those who can be swayed shall be drawn into the fold of joining our ranks within the demon realm, and those who resist or prove inflexible in their moral standings are to be obliterated from existence with nothing left behind as a result of their actions against our mission. And while I plan to continue my search to go and find and gather together all 4 of the configuration cubes, I must ensure that there is nothing and no one who will stand in the way of that, Raijin says, which is why the strongest must be located and be dealt with accordingly. For I must ensure that once they are all gathered, that the final stages of my plans are finally sought into completion. And since we were able to identify traitors among our kind here within the demon realm, as I will need all those whom rank within the elite ranks to keep your eyes out on those who may seem suspicious of turning against us as well, as each of you will be given a universe to venture into, while I expect
Hey,
for
Kibi,
each
go
of
ahead
your
and
missions to be
lead this
completed and
motherfucker, boy.
seen through until the very end, Raijin continues. And if you feel the need to destroy any mortal who ranks within the status as being the mightiest within their respective universes or worlds, then you may go and do what you must as a result, but do not return back into this realm if you cannot oversee that the mortals mortals are overtaken by your sheer might, or it will be the last time that you will ever even dream of existing within my presence, demons. Remember the plan, remember your mission, and mark every location down of those who hold the strongest hideouts, and whatever it is that you do, try to avoid in finding yourselves locked in any sort of battle against any of those gods of destruction along with their angels, Raijin continues, as they will be left to be dealt with by both the Dark Masters and by me. And so now, Mekimiro, you will head into Universe 7 alongside Zaru and expose any and all of its strongholds while you're there. And if you are met with any sort of resistance, then terminate them where they stand, with Mekimiro responding, then I will scour the skies in search of the strongest and report back all that I am able to find, Lord Raijin. Good, and so now go and take whomever you may need in order to see your mission through within the 7th now, Raijin continues. And as for you, Akuro, you will head into Universe 6 and bring with you several Shinjins with you, while the original ventures elsewhere in the meantime. Spare no one and see what you can discover. And as for you, Kodos and Shinjin, you will both head directly into Universe 11 and retrieve all of the information that you possibly can before you are given any other order. Am I understood? And since you are already familiar with Universe 11, Kodos, Raijin continues, I expect for you both to do what you must in order to find all that there is that I require from there, so that our army may rise against any stronghold that will be placed in our path upon the moment after discovering it, with the Demon Elite Kodos responding, oh, but I do, Master Raijin, I do. I haven't forgotten about Universe 11, for it would seem as though I still have some unfinished business to attend to, with Raijin responding, good, and so now do not fail me, for you already know what awaits you, as this will be the very moment where the living realms will soon come to understand that no matter where they go and what they try to go and do, and no matter where they seek shelter in attempting to go and hide, Raijin continues, they will all in some way, shape, or form come to terms with who their master truly is, and ultimately go and bend their knees to my will. And as I wait for the Dark Masters to complete my wish by using the Super Dragon Balls, very soon will it all finally be done just as it was intended to be done many years ago, for I will not be so foolish as to go and make the same mistakes that I went and made before ever again.
Damn.
Especially not while my Dark Masters have in their possession the one thing that will turn out to be the greatest difference maker, Raijin continues, as this time I intend for things to go in a much different direction than how it once was, and one by one, as each of those deities are pulled apart and kept away, the mortals they look after will not be able to stand the chance and go and survive without them. But it must be done without the chances of anything going wrong in the process either, Raijin says, and so from here on it'll only be a matter of time before everything begins to come crashing down around those within the living worlds, and with no end in sight and with the strongest destroyed, the weak will be ripped to pieces while the multiverse becomes mine to mold and morph into becoming my greatest of all kingdoms, as it was only right then and there now during that moment where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super Story of the Dark Masters, the official Murno sequel, manga chapter number 15 special, then comes to a close. Now, you can go and make no mistake about the fact that with Raijin's ruthlessness now beginning to be showed even upon those whom he calls his allies within the demon realm, there doesn't appear to be any length that Raijin will not go to in order to see his plans that he had established eons ago to finally come into fruition, which is why Raijin is now ordering his top demons to go out and search for the strongest strongholds all throughout the multiverse. And on top of giving Kibi one more warning, one can only imagine as to what Raijin has in store for those who he deems to be suspicious, in which you do not want to miss out on this and so much more, which will be made available first on my Patreon for those of you out there that are members to see.
Shout out to UnrealEntGaming, boy. Yeah, the dialogue is pretty good on this one. Kibi, leave the demon realm as soon as possible, bruh. Man, he done took that boy out. Right, damn. He about to send some spies out there, about to get some information about these strong characters in the Dragon Ball universe. And yeah, it's about to be crazy. It's about to get crazy, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Check out the last chapter if you haven't right here. Check out another Dragon Ball story you might like right here. And I'll catch y'all next time, man. Like, comment, subscribe, please.